Good afternoon, everyone. Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 1:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, December 6, 2021. This isn't financial advice. It's educational. Click the subscribe, the share, thumbs up, and the bell. In the meantime, let's go to RLC US dollar. As you can see here, we are falling out of this long-term trend line, which was support for quite some time, but now resistance. As we can see, the price action fell down below. The current low end of that once support for that channel was around $3.99, $4. We're at $3.22. So it's been a couple of days since we dropped below that, clearly driven by some of the macro events going on in the overall crypto world. We went almost as low as $2.86, which is now a horizontal area of support, but we are back over this other horizontal area of support, which is this gray line situated around $3.17, $3.18. So if we do crack below that area again, 317, 318, we could be in for another fall down to 288. However, we need to really get back over this line of now resistance to get back in that channel. And that line is sitting at, this diagonal line is sitting at 399. So we got to get over that. Unfortunately, not a lot to see that would make me feel that that's going to happen anytime soon. Now let's take a look over here at RLC Bitcoin. Same kind of thing. Excuse me. We are looking at, looks like we have a horizontal line of support here that kind of goes across. And if I zoom out a little further, we can see that we also, over the past month and a half, we've been kind of consolidating sideways here, and we kind of broke through this support line with this orange line. Now, where we stand right now is pretty much under this red line of support, which we've had since we went horizontal on this crypto pair. So RLC US dollar kind of coming down. So where does that leave us? Well, we could say that the next area of support, somewhere down here around 6,100. It's another 5% down from where we're at right now. So I'm going to draw that line. I know it's bad news, but this is the way crypto works. So let's just get this back up here. It actually could wind up being over here, which would be a little more optimistic at 62.90. So we'll leave it there for now and see what happens. But I think multiple touch points on this line, and I'll zoom in so you can see it more. Multiple touch points on this line of support. So right now we're bound between 67.55 and 62.40. We're at 65.59. Let's flip over to Bitcoin US dollar. We certainly are starting to see a broadening, descending wedge, which I consider bullish. Many people have thrown the towel in on Bitcoin. I have not, because I think that this actually will resolve, and it will resolve back up to where this broadening descending wedge started, which is at 68,558. Now, we have seen multiple touch points on the support for this broadening wedge. We have seen multiple touch points on resistance for this downward broadening wedge. If once we break through this current area of resistance, which currently at 1:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is 56,232, or at any point in time down here later on, we would be able to see probably a reasonable hike back up to this area in which this broadening wedge started. Again, it's at 68,000 and change. It doesn't mean that we're going to go straight up here. Nothing goes up in a straight line. We could be on for a downtrend. The downtrend right now would be around 41K if we were to come straight down to hit the support line of this broadening wedge. Now let's move over to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin also, Bitcoin dominance, We're still on the downtrend here, so overall reasonable for the overall crypto market, specifically for altcoins. I still think we're in a healthy correction. It's a sucky one at that, but at the same time, this is what's needed sometimes. But these things typically pull back. So we'll see how this pair works right now, but we do have a couple of areas where we think it might come down to. 39.55, it's good, 200, a little less, maybe 175 basis points lower than where we're at right now. So we'll see how that plays out. But in the meantime, RLC 322 will keep you posted.